Hi, I'm Drew Middlecamp, one of the sales engineers here at Unsafe Equipment, and today I'm really excited to show you what we've been working on. Behind me here is a dumper that we were lucky enough to work on with a local company. They manufacture hoses, pipes, fittings, stuff that's kind of heavy, but they need to pack it out. So they had a problem. They came to us to see if we could help them with a solution. And we sat down with our engineering team, our sales team, their engineers, and were able to come up with this behind us. One of their biggest things is they needed a small footprint. Where this is going to be located inside of their facility is in a very high foot traffic area connecting their office to their plant. So you've got people in and out all the time. So we had to take that into consideration. So footprint and then safety, because of that same reasoning, were paramount in this design. So I'm going to highlight some of those things for you. Take a look behind me. I'm going to open this door here, our safety cage swing. And what you'll notice here is how narrow this bucket is. We pulled every inch that we could out of this bucket dumper frame safety cage system. What we're replacing was too big. It wasn't safe. They were having constant struggles with operators being able to get into the areas. So we really sat down and put the pencil to the paper and came up with something great for them. So some of the designs of this bucket, because they are finished parts that are going to be packed out for sale, we have a UHMW liner that their parts can rub on and no paint will transfer to those finished parts. We've got cart retainers that are way down here. Their totes are small, but their parts are heavy. So this is actually a 4,000-pound design. So we've got upgraded cylinders and bearings. We upgraded the motor and the pump to really customize this for the customer. We've got a QR bar that's made for that 4,000-pound load, and it really came out fantastic. What I want to highlight on the back side is the pack station. So if you follow me around here, we can talk about that. And as we walk around the back side of the bucket here, this is our pack out station. First thing you'll see is this metal here. We fully enclose this thing. As I mentioned earlier, this is a high traffic area, so they wanted to make sure that there was no risk of falling parts. This is also a UHMW-lined hopper here. We've got our vibratory feeder and chute, all UHMW-lined, so pretty cool. I'm gonna come around here to the actual pack out station. So we've got a scale here. We've got our dumper controls, we've got our piece count, and we've got our vibratory feeder controls. So you've seen this in previous videos, but what this is going to do is as those parts come out, we can use this rack and pinion wheel here to level how many parts are coming out at a time. Then we can speed up or slow down how many parts are coming out. So customer has many different size pieces, finished goods that they're packing out. So if they're taller, they're gonna have to lift that up to let more come out. But if they're smaller, like nuts and bolt type size, they can slow that down. Something I wanted to highlight on our auto system on this unit is normally an auto system is got a cycle start button. You cycle start it, it goes up, it pauses for about 10 seconds and it goes back down. What this customer needed was for the bucket to stay up in position. The reason for that is because when we were shrinking the size of this is just a transition hopper. So there will be parts that'll be backed up into the bucket, but we were able to accommodate that. So we put this here. This is at waist level. Previously, the operator was having to come down and bend over and push a button down here. They were getting some lower back pain. They were getting carpal tunnel in their wrists. And we were really excited that we were able to do this for them. So I'm going to highlight showing that bucket going up right now. Now this bucket is going to stay in position all the while they're packing out their boxes. The parts will come out, they'll load their boxes, and okay, now they don't need to use all the parts because their order wasn't for an entire tub's worth. They can then take this table, which is on wheels here, and they can move it out of the way and bring back their original, or a new cart, and put it here so they can pack out the rest of the parts and put it back on the shelves for another time. I'll show you how we do that. Now an operator can come put that tub back in place, continue their vibratory feeder controls, and everything's going to discharge back in here. And being able to work with a local company, we actually got to put their parts into the runoff and do a factory acceptance test with the customer, which is super cool.
Carol Garza. I work at Parker Hannafin in Mason, and I pack finished parts for them. And we are here at Ensign, where we are having them build us a new one, where it's safer, more efficient, more ergonomical. I'm sure this will work out to my advantage and make my life a little easier than what it is now.
I'm Brian Wilton. I'm a manufacturing engineer and the maintenance supervisor for Parker Hannafin out of Mason, Michigan. The biggest driver for these new dumpers was safety. Reason being is because we currently have our dumpers that are homegrown. We made them ourselves years ago, and it required tubs to be lifted up into the air by a fork truck anywhere from 5 feet to 10 feet. Here we are with Ensign, coming up with a new development so that we can load those tubs minimally off the floor, just enough to transport them. They're set directly on the ground and they're loaded automatically from there, completely safe, protecting the operator and team member too that have to work on them every day. I just want to say thank you to Drew, who I've worked with on this project now for quite some time. This is our second dumper of 4. And for his cooperation with us and for a lot of the time spent helping us become a safer facility. So thank you to Drew and thank you to Ensign.
So as you can see, we had a great chance to test this with the customer. We were able to meet their safety, their ergonomics, their space constraint needs, had a great working relationship with them. We look forward to doing business with them in the future, and we hope to be able to do some business with you in the future. If there's anything on this project that you saw that might help you or somebody else in the industry, please don't hesitate to get a hold of us. We'd love to work with you, and we'll catch you on the next one.